I welcome you all in this session. Topic of this session is project management, and you are well aware that project is a investment activity in which we invest some resources, and the objective is to create some assets, the productive assets, and that assets provide services for a longer period of time, maybe 1 year, maybe 5 years, maybe 20 years, based on the nature of the project. So the project provides the services, the benefits to the society, to a organization, sometimes to a private company sometimes. So project are basically the investment activity to produce some productive assets and the long term assets, and they provide the long term services to the clientele. And developing such a project, which are a very complex task, very difficult task, particularly the formulation and education is the very complex task, because it involves large number of the peoples, different types of the skills, different types of the resources. So there are many stakeholders involved in the project formulation and project execution, and creating such a project and preparing a good project is always a very difficult task. So in this session, basically there are different organizations involved, there are different management aspects are there. So organizations are basically the institutions who undertake the project in the field levels, who prepare the project under terms, and they have the power and authority and resources and to undertake the projects. And these organizations sometimes they involve the management staffs, the project management teams, to undertake the project in the field level. So they provide them the authority and power to take the decisions related to projects. So today basically we are going to discuss about the project management aspects. We will discuss about the definition of the project management, what is the project management, and we will also talk about the management function, what is the management, and we will also differentiate between the project management and the general management, because there is some difference which is there between the project management and the general management. Then we will also talk about the characteristics of the project management, and there are some critical factors which are required, which need to be considered in the project management to have the success, to achieve the success in the project management activities, to implement the project. So there are different critical factors we always need to be considered while implementing, while formulating a project. So let us first start what is the project management. There are some standard definition about the project management. So different organizations or different persons, they have given different definition of the project management. There are few important definitions which give clear understanding of the terms project management. So project management is basically planning, monitoring and controlling all aspects of projects, and the motivation of all those involved in it to achieve the project objective on time or to the specific cost and quality and performance. So this definition was given by the British standards, BS 6079 2000. So here project management is basically planning, monitoring and controlling, and also the motivation of the peoples who are involved in the project management or project implementation team. And the second definition is the project management is the planning, organizing and monitoring and controlling all aspects of the projects in a continuous process to achieve the objective. So again here is the project management is basically planning of the project activity, organizing the project activity, monitoring the progress and controlling aspect, controlling the different activities, controlling the output, input in the project activity, and it is a continuous process and to achieve the desired objective. This is the definition given by the ISO. Then another definition which was given by the Project Management Institute of USA, and according to them project management is a application of knowledge, tools and techniques to project activities to meet the project requirements. So here application of the knowledge, or we can say the knowledge tools or the techniques of different project techniques are there. So application of this knowledge, skills or tools to conduct the project activity to meet the project requirements. So this is the definition. So in nutshell we can say there are different crucial aspects when we define the project management, or when we understand the meaning of the project management, there are 4 times. Basically, we want to achieve some desired objective, and there are some constants, like we have to do all this activity with time management within the given time, then within the cost management within the given cost, and then resource management also. We have to use the optimally different resources which are required in the project, and then we have to also maintain the quality of the project. So quality management is also another aspect in the project management. So there are 4 important things: when the time management, cost management, resource management, and quality management. Now here let us understand the management. So what is the management basically? So management is basically integration and arrangement of the needed resources to perform certain tasks in order to achieve organizational goal by an individual or group of persons called manager or management. So here again, arranging different resources and to perform that certain task to achieve the organizational goal. There may be one individual or there may be a group of persons who are working in the project. So we can say the manager is there or a management is there. So management means that a complete team is also there. So again we have to arrange the resources to perform some tasks in order to achieve the organizational goal. A goal may be different for different types of organization. For the government organization, like for the development department, the goal is to, in case of agriculture, when we talk, the goal may be to increase the spread of the or adoption of the yielding variety. So this may be the one of the goal, and for achieving these goals, we have to perform the implementing agency have to perform different activities and to achieve the spread or replacement of the yielding variety seed in the areas. And so here the management is basically there is a specific role of the manager or management, and it is different to the organization and tasks. So he has to play the significant role. Here management has to play the significant role, and there are 2 different functions or basic function of management we can say. One is the planning of the activities, the organizing resources, providing leadership and control in relation to various parameters. So these are the basic function of the management. Again, when we talk about the project management, it is a difficult task because in the project management is the difference is that project management is basically temporary arrangement. We have organized activities. We are developing a authority for a temporary because project is a time bound activity. Within 2 years or 5 years we have to complete. So all this complete project management is a time bound activity. Is the temporary arrangement of the manpower with diverse background, because we have collecting the peoples, we have selecting the people, we are choosing the property, we are developing a team for a period of 5 years. So after completing that task, the people will disperse. So they have the different diverse background. The people who are working the project, they have basically diverse background. So that's why it is very difficult to take the work from them. But this is we have the specific objective to get the desired output of the project. So we have to develop the project management team. And also another aspect, when we talk about the project management, we have to deliver. In the project management or project team, they have to deliver the project result on time, within a cost and with a assured quality. So they have the pre-fixed budget, they have given the specific time, and everything, every item is already specified in the project proposal. So they have to work within that project proposal. So that's why they have the limited resources. In that they have to work, and project management sometimes is referred as the combination of the skills, tools and process to accomplish a series of tasks effectively. So here when we talk about the project management, it is a basically combination of skills, different types of skills, sometimes technical skills, sometimes we can use a particular technology, we need the skills, or sometimes supervisory type of skills required, sometimes the managerial type of skills required, sometimes in case of labor we case the semi-skilled labor, different types of tools, particularly when we do the analysis, though there are different types of tools are there, numerical, non-numerical tools are there, and there are certain processes which are specified in the project proposal. With that we have to work in a to achieve the project output. So project management require a certain skills. The project management should have the certain skill and specialized knowledge and relevant experience. So he should have the all types of knowledge and skill along with this experience in order to effectively deliver the project output. So he may use the different types of tools such as different types of activity, and particularly he has to do many activities like he has to fix the target, aim setting, planning, accounting, project monitoring, software application, registration, checklist. So these are the different skills are required in the project manager. And sometimes the project management is also known from the different names. There are various names we can say in the technical terminology like team management, sometimes task force management, because sometimes government appoint a particular task force to solve a particular problem of particular area, so they form the task force. So we can say task force management, ad hoc management, the matrix management, or program management if here a program is of big nature or large scale is there, so there are different projects are there sometimes, so we can say program management. But there are two common things in all the names. One is project manager, always there is some person is there who manages the activities, who is the responsible person, who has been given the authority to plan the activity, to organize the activity, give directions, and also the control project activities. And he may have the project teams or project organizations, because he may need the help of different peoples, different types of skills or knowledge required in the project. So he may have the project teams or project organization. Then again, this project management we can define or we can categorize in different categories based on the task specification or based on the task they have to perform. Like program management is there, task force management is there, new venture management, if product management, we are introducing a new product in a company, we can say product management. And then commercial project management with profit as an objective, if we want to introduce, we want to achieve in a organization, particularly in the private or agricultural organization, we want to achieve some more level of profit, so we can identify some specific project to increase the agribusiness organization profit. So we can say here commercial profit management, and then government and non-profit project management we can say, because government have different types of projects, so government management. Then military project management in case of the defense we can say. Then research and development, if the research project is the research and development project management. New product development management we can say, marketing of new product management. So there are different names or different tasks according to different tasks, we can say different types of project names or project managements are there. Service product management in the field of auditing, consultancies. So based on the task specified with the team, project team, we can give different names or we can get to different categories. Then here we can understand the difference between the project management and general management, because general management is a routine activity in an organization. They do all the activities, but it is different from the project management, because project management is a transient. Transient means it's a temporary phenomena. It is for a specific period of time. It is a creation of the new institution, new organization, or new management team to conduct a particular or to undertake a particular project. So it is a basis, we can say project management is transient, not a regular or routine phenomena. It is unique in the sense that two projects are not alike. It means always, projects are the unique activities. Every project has some unique features. Every project is different from the other project in achieving the objectives or different types of objective. And actually, we can say that sometimes the achieving the objective, we have different routes into different project. So every project is unique, so they have different types, and then there are some critical factor when we talk about the project management is that in a project we have the time, cost and resources, and they are limited. So in a project they are already given, we cannot increase because sometimes we have the outside funding or sponsoring from different organization, other organization. On here in the project we always talk about the quality, so there is a concern for quality also. So in the project management we have to do optimum use of the resources like man, material, machines and money. So we have to do optimum utilization of the resources. Then the different characteristics of the project management, and here we will understand what are the different features of the project management. So the project management coordinate all the activities of the project. He arrange all the necessary resources to achieve the project objectives. So this is the one characteristic. Then project manager is the head of the temporary project organization. So we have already discussed this. The project is basically in the transient process, it's a temporary phenomena. So he is the head of the temporary project organization, operate independently. So it is just like a new organization, but for that temporary period. And project require a variety of the resources and pupils with different skills, because there are different types of activities are there. Or sometimes financial skills are required, sometimes marketing skills are required, sometimes the convincing the target beneficiaries, social skills are also required. So the project manager is to integrate all these skills or resources to undertake the project activity effectively. Then project manager keeps close coordination with the functional manager of the different support organizations. In particular in the business organization, there are already some fixed departments are there, predefined departments are there, like procurement department, the finance department, marketing department, and they have got some new project, and so he has to integrate, he has to coordinate with the already available functional departments to get the support from them. So he has to coordinate with the different functional department, and the focus of the project management is to deliver the output as product or services on time within the cost as per the technical specifications. So this is the very important characteristics of the project management or project manager. And then the responsibility for decision making, the output, rewards and accountability lies with the support unit of the contractor or subcontractor and project team and the project manager. So there are different types of people are involved, and sometimes the contractors are there, like if the agribusiness management firm is there, so he has to get the raw material from some contractor. He sometimes the contractor also have subcontractors, so they have to manage. So if you want to see the progress of that project, so support from all the contractor, subcontractor, all the team members are required to get the desired output of the project. And project management gives rise to the different systems like project and personal evaluations, and the procurement of resources, the accounting and financial management, communication information systems. So actually project management, they have to create different types of the department within their project management. So they have to give responsibility of the different types of activity to different people, to the project team, so that they can do effective activities, or they can do the activity in very effective way with their responsibility and accountability in a project. Now we will move to the different critical factors which are very important for the success of the project management, and the first and foremost is the project missions. So actually it is the condition where the goal of the project are clear and understood to all the members of the project teams and various stakeholders as well as the other departments. So we can say the project mission is clearly defined, what they want to achieve, in a project out of, or it is clear to all the persons of the project management team, the authority, the organization, the different stakeholders involved, the client of the project, if it is a business or project, or the participants, if it is a social development project. So they should have a clear understanding of the goal of the project. It will be very good because there should be no conflict later on. So the project mission is basically, it should be clearly define the goals and general direction for the success of the project. Then the second critical factor in the project management, for the success of project management, the top management support. So it is very much important because if the top management is not supporting the projects, they will be not able to do the activities of the project, they will be not able to implement the different tasks of the project, and ultimately they will not get the support from the top management in terms of the getting the resources or the manpower, and or in sometimes in the fields there are some problem is there, so project management will not come in support of the project management. So it is basically there should be proper willingness of the top management to participate in the project, and they should provide all authorities and support and direction to the project management team, and they also allocate the sufficient resources in terms of the financial resources, manpower resources, time resources. So all types of different resources they should provide to the project management team, and the project management agreement for the project is also important. And actually if the top management is supporting the project activities, so it will add to the business, or it will add to the values, or it will solve the problem, any new problems arises or some emergency arises. If they get the support from the top management, the project management will be able to resolve that problem. So the project manager has to give full commitment for the successful achievement of the project goal. The another important aspect when we talk about the critical factors in the project management is the project schedule or project plan. So developing a plan is very much required, and basically in developing a plan, what we do, we define the deliverables along with the task to produce them, and there are, if any risks are there, we have to define the risk also in that. So we need to prepare a detailed plan of the work of the projects, and we have to prepare the detailed time schedules with due dates, milestones to be achieved, the manpower requirement at different stages of the project with their accountability also, and equipment associated with each task. So we need to plan everything in advance, and this plan of schedule should have everything in that, like is there any alternatives if some problems arises, like in case of the agribusiness management, suppose there is a raw material is not available due to a strike in the transportation system in the country. So in that condition what they will do, so we have to define the alternatives there, safety measures is there, budget requirement each stage is there, the monitoring system, feedback mechanism for the corrective action. So all these things should be there in the project plan or project, or we can say this is the first step for taking the project forward. So based on the plan only we can go ahead with the project. So having the project schedule or project plan is very much important for the success or execution of the project in the area. Then beneficiary participation and client consultants is also very much required for the success of the project. We need to ensure that agreement among the project sponsor, the donor agency, the various stakeholders and project management team on goals and the task of the project. So if there is a project on the agriculture development, so there should be proper consensus, proper agreement about the what objectives or what goals they have in a project. So there should be no confusion, or there is no doubt about the level of the objectives, the target of the objectives. They should clearly know about the different tasks. So there should be clear agreement among the project sponsor, various stakeholders, and the project management team. Then there should be a clear measurable goal to implement the project. So when we decide the goals, it should be clear and it should be measurable. So suppose we have the project to increase the yield of a particular area or particular crop. So how much yield we want to increase by implementing the project? If the yield is 30 quintal per hectare, so how much we want to increase to 40 quintal per hectare? So it should be very clear or measurable, so that there should be no conflict. Or sometimes when the project is over, we can compare the targeted goal and what actually we achieved after implementing the project. So there should be clear measurable goal, and there the sponsor or donor consultation and involvement at different stage make possible, and they see the fulfillment of needs of the beneficiary, achievement of the goal, so they can see so we need to inform them also that how much we have achieved. So there should be a well established communication system. There should be so proper communication should be there, that if there is any problem, right, we need to inform our top management, or we need to inform the donor organization also. And sometimes there is a additional requirement is there, if any in the project implementation, we should properly communicate with our donor organization or the sponsor. Then another critical factor is the personnel. Project is the combination of the human and non-human resources to achieve specific goals within a time and budget parameters. So the level of knowledge and skills and goal and personality of number of project team must be considered. So here we need to consider that the personnel involved in the project activity, or the person who are the part of the project team, they should have all kind of the knowledge or skills or goals. Or there may be a number of persons, or different people show different skills. Some people are good in arranging the finance, some people are good in arranging the marketing activities, some people are good they have the skills to involve the participation or beneficiary participation, they have the convincing skill. So all types of knowledge or skills should also be there in the personnel who are involved in the project management team. So a sound and effective system for recruitment, selection and training is essential from the beginning of the process. So this is very much required to find out the good people in the project management team. Then technical tasks is also important activity, because availability of technology and project management team or project team member which require the skill to perform the different technical tasks. So sometimes the persons we have selected who do not have the technical compatibility with the equipments or machinery we are using in the project. Sometimes the technology itself is not available which are required for the project, or sometimes the persons are there, the skilled people are there, but they are the demand as a salary is very much high. So we need to consider the all technical inputs, machinery, the skills, or the people should be available with the project management team, so that they can do the technical aspect very effectively, because ultimately the production which we have to get is from the technical practices, technical activity in a project. The another factor in the success of the project is the client acceptance. So actually when we sell the project output, when we sell the project product to the client, in the final stage of the project implementation, when project started producing the goods or services, so at that time there should be no in the conflict between the client and the project team, because sometimes they are differ in terms of quality, they differ in terms of the quantity. So we need to have proper consultation and participation of the beneficiary or client or intended users from the beginning of the project itself. So it gives a better understanding and more likelihood of them to accept the project as such. And in case of business project, sometimes we involve intermediaries to have a liaison, to create a liaison between the project implementation team and the client. So this is another important aspect, particularly in case of the business project or the commercial project. And then communication is another important aspect or another critical factors in the project management or for the success of the project management. And we can say the communication is the lifeline of the project in two ways. One is it creates the environment for efficiency and success for providing essential data to the concerned member of the team. Then basically it is a channel for exchange of views and ideas about project objectives, changing the procedure and policies. And so here information to stakeholders on progress of the project, tasks and goal need to be provided. And for that purpose we need to have proper communication plan, proper communication methodology, communication channels, what type of methodology, how will the information will be provided to the stakeholder. It should be properly planned in the project proposal itself. And sometimes we find that many projects fail because of the poor communication. The clients, the beneficiaries, they are not aware what are the things going on in the projects. Sometimes they are not aware about the activities being taken. So in that case sometimes they don't get the project management, don't get the support from the client, the participant, from the beneficiary, from the top management sometimes. So there should be proper communication while implementing the project in the project area. Then monitoring and feedback is also important for the success of the project management. And it provides basically a control mechanism. Monitoring and feedback help to protect the manager to compare to actual performance with what was projected in the plan, and then he can take a corrective action if required. And monitoring contribute to the optimum utilization of the various project resources, particularly the financial resources. So monitoring is very much required, and while we do the monitoring we can find some shortcomings is there, some lacuna is there in the project implementation. For that we can take the corrective action if required. And the problem solving and troubleshooting is also very much required. This is the last critical factor we can say. Despite all perfectness in the project formulation or on the project planning, sometimes there are some new problems or appear, particularly in case of agriculture where biological nature is there, sometimes rainfall is not there, sometimes there is a problem of pest infestation, sometimes non-availability of raw material. So all types of problems appear in case of agriculture projects. So there may be problem actually faced by the project team while implementing the different phases of the project. And for that purpose actually we need to develop the contingency plans, and we need to provide some alternative solutions to handle this unforeseen problem. And this mechanism not only provides the solution to the unforeseen problem, but also it provides ability to identify and foresee the potential problem in the project implementation. And now we can sum up this concept or this session of the project management. And actually we have understood that the concept of the project management, it is basically planning, organizing, monitoring and controlling of the project to achieve its objective. And then this project management is a difficult task, it's a complex task. They have to deliver the project output with acceptable quality within the given cost, time and resources. And there are different critical factors which are required and we need to be considered for the successful implementation of the project. And like project mission, there should be clear understanding of the goal, there should be support from the top management, there should be proper project plan and schedule. We need to involve the client and beneficiary in the project implementation, project execution. Then there should be proper personnel with all types of required knowledge and skills, and there should be a person who can perform the technical task. And there should be a proper mechanism to involve the client for the acceptance of the project output. And then there should be proper communications, and then we need to also have the proper monitoring and feedback system, and we need to also create the mechanism for problem solving if any in the project management. With this I thank you.